These are animals that fascinate and frighten me. Sharks.
They are a perfect machine.
I'm going to enter the territory of the killer shark.
Have you still got all your fingers?
Yeah, I'll still got 10 now.
You never know what they're going to do.
Along the way, I'll meet some unusual characters.
Kick them away! Stay close and kick them!
I'll be performing experiments, some scientific, some not really, to find out what makes sharks tick, until I'm ready to face a creature that terrifies us all. When Jaws came out of the cinema, I was just 13 years old. This film had an enormous impact on me and on all my friends. In fact, I thought it was so good, I went to see it twice, on the same day. The thing that was most interesting, though, is that prior to Jaws, none of us had ever even thought about sharks. After Jaws, we thought about nothing else. Back in the 1970s, it seemed as though the whole world was being swept along on a wave of man-eating shark mania. Since Jaws, sharks have become truly iconic animals. They're the stuff of nightmares, the subject of endless TV wildlife documentaries. And I have to admit, 30 years later, I'm still dead scared. But I've often wondered, what are these creatures really like? In fact, I don't know anything at all about them. For example, how scared should I really be? Well, it's time to find out. Sky One have dared me to go face to face with the real Jaws and confront my childhood fear. Go and find out, they said, what it is that makes the shark nature's supreme predator. So, I'm accepting the challenge and going right inside the world of the killer shark. And I'm beginning here at The Deep, a state-of-the-art aquarium a stone's throw from the North Sea. Marine biologist David Gibson is going to give me a crash course in some shark basics. Can you give us the key pub facts on sharks?
When people think of sharks, they think of the great white, or the tiger shark, or the bull shark, the ones that are regarded as being dangerous to humans, but there's over 700 species of shark in the world. Bear in mind, these things haven't really evolved much since 300 million years ago. That's because they reached a point where they were the ultimate animal. They didn't need to evolve any further.
Until now, I'd only heard of one shark, the great white, but now I'm struck by how many there are, and what silly names they have. Bonnethead, nurse shark, sand tiger, brown-banded bamboo, wobbegong. But naturally, it's the really dangerous ones I want to know about.
The misconception is they're mindless killers. That's far from the truth. They're very highly evolved predators. They're filling the same niche in the oceans that the tigers and the lions fill on the land.
3 times a week, divers at the Deep get into the water with these big cats of the sea. This sand tiger shark is ranked number 5 in the world's most dangerous shark ratings.
You go in there?
Yeah, we hand feed the sharks.
But why are they being fed dead fish when there are perfectly good live fish around? That's because sharks are the ocean's scavengers. They like dead stuff.
Have you still got all your fingers?
Yeah, I'll still got 10 now.
Marvellous.
Yeah.
The mouth is the really scary bit of a shark. That's why the film was called Jaws, not Fin.
So, David, you've nicked some jawbones off the side of Quint's boat.
Yeah.
They look pretty gruesome, actually. What's that one?
This is a short fin mako jaw.
Ah.
It projects its jaw forward. So the lower jaw will drop about 6 inches forward and come out about 3 or 4 inches as well. And that allows the animal to take a bigger bite.
This ability of the shark to dislocate its jaw means that it can grab some really big prey. My head, for instance. And presumably, the jaws of a typical killer shark are pretty powerful.
This is the jaw of a tiger shark. That's one of the species that's renowned to be quite dangerous to humans. You would think that a tiger shark would have a very, very powerful bite, crushing, searing bite.
In fact, the tiger shark, like all sharks, have jaws barely stronger than a human's.
Believe it or not, there are some domestic pets that get better biting force than a shark. A Rottweiler dog basically has got a far higher point pressure on its teeth than these guys will have.
Well, there you go. Then if you go swimming with sharks, always take your Rottweiler with you.
Surprisingly then, the jaws on a shark aren't actually that strong. Then again, their teeth are something rather special. They're not just stumpy molars like the ones we have. And to show you what I mean, I've devised a sophisticated experiment. This is a reciprocating saw. Now, as you can see, it bears some resemblance to the teeth of a great white shark. And because it's going backwards and forwards, it replicates its constant moving jaw action. So let's see what this does to Percy the pig. Just like a great white shark's teeth, the reciprocating saw's blade has triangular cutting points. And like the great white, its cutting edge is constantly moving, enabling it to scythe through this leg of pork with ease. Yeah, pretty gruesome. If that was your leg, you'd know about it. The great white has frightening teeth, certainly, but for having your arm off, I'm told there's nothing quite like the teeth of a tiger shark. Now, I realise this is getting a bit far-fetched, but this circular saw today is the tiger shark. Note, tiger shark-shaped teeth. I reckon the action of this circular saw's curved blade is similar to that of the teeth of a tiger shark. There, straight through the bone and everything. Hideous. Anyway, if you hear this noise, when you're out in the ocean, you'll know what it is. Yep, it'll be a shark with a power tool. But let's get back to the real thing, with Dr. Gibson's specimens.
Feel how sharp the serrations on the edge of the teeth are. And they cut.
It is like a serrated knife.
Exactly, yeah. You get over 200 serrated knives in this jaw. What it does is it saws from side to side. So it doesn't need a strong bite. It just needs to barely hold on until it cuts a lump of flesh off.
It's a whole Angus steakhouse in the mouth of an animal. It's remarkable.
Shark jaws are not as powerful as I expected, but the sharpness of the teeth more than makes up for that. What's more, if a shark loses a tooth, it has a limitless supply of reserves ready to roll into place. The sand tiger, for instance, gets through 20,000 teeth in a lifetime.
How many do we get through? 30 or 40?
30 or 40, I think, yeah, around about that.
It's a lot of sixpences from the shark
It is,
tooth fairy.
yeah.
Those teeth are like an endless supply of lethal ammunition. True, a Rottweiler has a more powerful jaw, and a lion has got bigger teeth. But if either of those animals loses a few gnashes, it's screwed. In my ratings, sheer number of teeth give the shark a winning score. Americans would pay a fortune for a mouth like that. But there's more. As a car enthusiast, I decide to look into the shark's power-to-weight ratio. Now, a typical great white shark could easily weigh a ton, and it will regularly do 25 miles an hour through the water when it's attacking its prey. And that means if I was struck by one, it would be like walking out on a zebra crossing and being run over by a typical small family hatchback. But I've also calculated that it's actually slightly worse than that. Because I'm in the water and there's water resistance, that essentially gives me more inertia, which makes the impact even more devastating. Rated for impact, it's a dead heat between the small car and the one-ton shark. Being in the way of either is bad news. So in actual fact, all that stuff about teeth is completely irrelevant. The shark will kill me just by running into me. And this has me thinking, 25 miles an hour is pretty fast for something that might weigh as much as a ton and, by our standards, is moving through treacle.